Good afternoon, everyone. You're on Unfiltered with James. Unfiltered with James is created solely for information and entertainment purposes. The views and opinions expressed by the host, James Feeney, and any guest are their own and do not represent any organization, employer, or affiliate, past or present. Nothing discussed on this podcast should ever be interpreted as professional, legal, medical, or expert advice. Listeners are strongly encouraged to verify information independently and seek qualified professional guidance when necessary. This show is intentionally raw, direct, and unapologetic. If that makes you uncomfortable, this is not the podcast for you. Listen at your own risk. This afternoon, I have my Vice President of Garfield Heights United, Kevin, with me as my guest.
Hey, how's it going, Jim?
Good. As you may know, Garfield Heights United, we've been around for, since 2019?
Correct. We started the nonprofit in 2017, I think, is when we started doing stuff in the community and became a group.
Okay, so we actually formed a group as 2017, officially became a nonprofit in 2019. So that's correct. When we've done this organization, we've had highs and lows, and you've been with us for a long time since the beginning.
Yeah, I saw a post on the Garfield community page or Facebook page of you guys going out to the food pantry and helping, just volunteering, lifting things, moving things, helping people, get the food that they may need. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I wanted to show my children what it's like to give back to community and basically, try to just do the right thing, give back. Some people are less fortunate than us. Let's see what we can do to just better the community and better people's lives. So we went there and we helped out, we volunteered, and then shortly after that, not even shortly, how many years has it been now? I've been part of this group since that very day.
Yeah, I remember we went back to helping the food pantry, helping the seniors load their packing the bags.
Correct.
And then loading their cars. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
That was the very first time that I was introduced to the group.
That was actually before we became a nonprofit organization.
Correct.
Yeah, that was
We were
under
just a group of citizens that wanted to try to help out, wherever they can volunteer their services.
Yeah, that was under Clover, when Clover was mayor.
Correct.
Okay. So during that time, we've been involved, as you can recall, a lot of things we've done in the community. Throughout that time, what sticks in your mind the most that you could say was your proudest moment of Garfield Heights United, that you could say you liked the most? We've done Stuff the Bus for the school kids. We've done Stuff the Bus for Brilliant School, the charter school. We did Coffee with First Responders, the Mayor for the Day contest. The list goes on and on. The senior stuff, the senior dance, adopted family for the Christmas holidays. We did the treasure hunt contest in the city. The list is endless.
Right.
Stuffed animals for the police department so they could donate it to kids when they respond to homes with domestic violence if there's kids involved. Bought food for the canine unit officers.
Right.
So what sticks in your mind as you could say, this is what our organization is about. This is what we want to do and continue doing.
Well, like you said, giving the stuffed animals to the police and fire to give to a child while on scene of a call or whatever it may be, to try to comfort them and take their mind off the adult situation that's going on, was actually one of my first ideas, and I brought it to the group. And my proudest moment is because it's one of the first ideas I came up with that everybody collectively was behind me, and we made it a success. And it's what I like about the group is individuals can come up with ideas, and we stand behind each other, and we discuss and work out the best method, because we want to be able to contribute and give back as much as we can to the community, those who need it. Also, the senior dance, I love that. What is it, Sweetest Day Dance. just to see the joy on our senior citizens' faces, to be able to go out and have a date night, whether it be with their friends or significant others, to get out and meet other people in the community, have a good time, have a good meal, and just get out and dance and have a good time. It's completely free to them. I think that's great. They're very appreciative of it, and it makes you feel good when you do that.
Right.
To make somebody smile.
Would you agree that our organization, since we started, it's always been an organization where everything is decided by the group? It's never been an individual decision. Everything we've done has always been voted on. It's
Correct.
always been what's best for the group, what's best for the community. It's
Correct.
never been an individual thing.
Correct. Like I said, we all have our own ideas, and we all present those ideas, and we work those ideas out, whether they come to be and we follow that mission and succeed at it, or do we vote it down? I mean, it's all a group discussion. It's the only way to do it. We're all in it for the right reasons, and whatever we can do to give the most with what we have available, we do.
Right. I mean, we've had group members that left the city, like you. You lived in Garfield Heights your whole life, haven't you?
Correct. I lived in Garfield Heights. I was born at Marymount Hospital. I lived here until my late 30s, early 40s, maybe 40 years old. And I moved out to Parma, but I mean, I love this community. I mean, this is home.
But you're still an active member of our group. That's why you're our vice president of the group, and you take pride, and you still come to the meetings. And you don't have to live in our city to be part of Garfield Heights United. That's what I'm trying to say.
Not at all, and we don't focus just on Garfield Heights. We give wherever we can in other communities where we feel that there is a need. We give to different other organizations who do bigger, larger scale, I should say, charity events. We try to donate to those as well. But any community, anywhere that we see that we can help, we try to. That's why me being no longer a resident is why I'm still active, is because it's really just bringing communities together and trying to do the right thing and take care of your neighbor like we should be.
Right. Last week, I'm sure you're aware, but last week, my wife and I, we were at Costco shopping in Mayfield, and the Mayfield Police Department were over there. They were doing their Christmas thing, and they were asking for donations, and they had their Christmas wish list.
Right.
And as usual, whenever our organization is out and I see something like this, I always call Doug, who's our treasurer, and I always say, hey, this is what's going on, and would it be okay if our organization donates to this, or to this program that's going on? And we donated to the Mayfield Police Department, and I reached out to them and I asked them, I said, hey, look, we've done Coffee with First Responders event in Garfield Heights, which you were part of, and it was a success.
Correct.
It was a huge success.
It was. It was good for the community and good for the police department. It was a nice way for community policing without and being able to see the officer as a person rather than them just doing their job, and being professional all the time. They were cracking jokes, having fun, working the drive-through. I think that helps because the community sees, hey, these are real people, and let's take better care of them.
Do you think by hosting Coffee with First Responders that it brings to the community and the police officers almost on the same level of respect?
Absolutely.
So when the cops stop somebody and they're like, hey, I just saw Officer Bob last week or 2 weeks ago or last month at the Coffee with First Responders, it takes that stress or that tension away?
Yeah, what's not everybody drinks coffee, but with that being said, what's very common that the regular person and the police officer have in common, they can have a cup of coffee and share a good conversation and that's an opportunity for them to sit down and, you know, meet face to face where they may not have ever had the opportunity to do so, and also to see them as just a regular person too, because they really are just regular people. They just have jobs to do. They have very tough jobs to do.
Right, right. I mean, that was one of my proudest things, I think, was I would have to say would be the coffee of first responders.
Yeah.
I love seeing the community out with them. Because I remember our first one we did was with just the police department. And then the second time we did it was with the fire department, police department, the whole
Right.
first responders, and they came out with the, you know, the fire truck and the ambulance, and it was a great event.
All right.
By the way, I want to say thank you to John and Nancy House for letting us host it at their McDonald's on Rockside in
Yeah.
Garfield Heights.
They're great partners with us. They help us make some of these dreams reality
Yeah,
for what we do.
absolutely. But I love that event. That's why I'm reaching out to other communities to see if we can continue this event and grow our organization into other communities besides just Garfield Heights.
Right, that'd be cool to see it just take wave across America. Every
Oh.
community just start doing that, so that every community can meet
Yes.
the law enforcement.
Right. What do you, as vice president of the organization, you know, you have a lot of responsibilities also. What would your ideas be of expansion to other communities? Trying to get our organization involved with another community, with Parma or with Mayfield Heights. I mean, how are you strictly tied to just Garfield Heights, let's say? I mean, my opinion is I would love to see us grow and work with other communities. I would love to see that.
So we do a lot here in Garfield. This is where we're based out of. This is, you know, this is home. So yeah, we always, you know, take care of home. But we have helped a Cleveland school with school supplies. We donated thousands of dollars of school supplies, and that was one of the events that we do as well, was a Stuff the Bus. You know, just little things like that to help, because also building a great community, you need education, and we want to help supply and provide the tools for these young children to become, you know, great community-based people. You know, just you need education, you know, and we need to work together. So going into other communities is what we're trying to do, you know, and doing things like giving away the school supplies that we donated. We can reach out and go to other schools. We don't really have any boundaries, and I don't think there's anything holding us back for those. We just need to network and you know, keep doing what we're doing and let our voice be heard, and people see that, you know, there's great things that can happen if we work together as communities, in all communities. And if
Right.
we can all pitch in, you know, more communities, people do same mission we have, or join our mission to just to give back. I mean, it's not hard to just look out for one another, and that's what we're trying to do.
We did not too long ago, before COVID hit, we did what was called the Mayor for the Day contest. You remember that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was one of our proudest moments. We took pride in that. It was where the 7th and 8th graders entered that essay contest of 500 words or more, and we picked one winner from the 7th grade, one winner from the 8th grade. You remember that?
Correct. Yeah, and that was really cool. Schools were involved. They were excited about it. The administrators were excited. The children were excited. It was a reward for hard work and, you know, writing that essay and taking the time to do that. I'm sure it became an assignment too, where a writing assignment for these children. So that was a great opportunity for that as well. And then, you know, whoever had the best essay, you know, it was based on that, and you can tell these were the kids that want to be involved in community. They're interested in how a city is ran. They may be our future politicians. We have no idea.
Correct.
But maybe with doing so, maybe we've turned that light on for that one child who's like, Eureka, that's it. That's, I want to follow this path.
Do you think something like this could catch on in other communities?
I don't see why not.
Correct. I think something like this would be very helpful for other communities. What about like a judge for a day contest?
That would be pretty cool too, because then they can see the different side of the government. Hey, heck, we can do maybe a fire chief for the day, maybe a police chief for the day.
The possibilities are endless.
I'm telling you, as a little boy, I think that would have been the coolest thing, to be able to write an essay and be chosen to be a police chief or fire chief for the day, just to see what it takes. A lot of children, aspire to be doctors, lawyers, presidents, police, fire. And these are opportunities for these kids who are still thinking about it when they're, becoming teenagers and stuff. And I think that'd be an awesome opportunity to see,
I mean, one of the projects I thought about, I haven't presented it to the group at one of our meetings, I was waiting till next year, but I'll bring it up now, is I actually thought about trying to get the kids involved as like a business owner for a day. Get to work with businesses and get them on board to have one of the kids shadow them for like a day or two to see what it's like to run a business.
Right. Yeah,
I think something like this would be an opportunity so they can see what it's like, and maybe possibility to get them to broaden their mind and say, hey, look, this could be me. I could own my own Starbucks, or I could own my own McDonald's, or whatever the business is, or even if it's a private business, or a restaurant, or could be a donut shop, whatever it is, a hair salon. You don't know. I mean, whatever business would be willing to work with us, this was something I thought about would be a great entrepreneurs. I mean, there's a lot of kids out there.
Right. Whether it be following a franchisee and how they've grown and become successful business people, or the mom and pop who what it takes to be able to have a sustainable business, in this world, and as a private business owner, not just a franchisee or something like that. Entrepreneurship, that's another thing that we can give them a taste of it. Maybe they will follow that one day.
Because like John and Nancy, they started off as employees, and they worked their way up to owning their own McDonald's.
Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy.
So if you could get kids to work with someone like John and Nancy, and it don't have to be John and Nancy, but let's use them for an example, and they can understand, say, wow, I could be an employee of a McDonald's, and one day I could own my own McDonald's. Yeah. Maybe these kids could be like, and it can help them understand how important schooling is too.
I'll tell you, with John and Nancy, it's actually, it would be a perfect fit if they'd be open to it, to see if their story is where everybody's like, yeah, I can't just work at McDonald's and one day own a McDonald's. Well, yes, you can.
They own 26.
Correct. And they started off flipping burgers at McDonald's.
Exactly.
And they worked their way up, and it's an amazing story. It's pretty cool. It's awesome. I mean, it's a good story. That's what hard work and dedication gets you in this world.
I mean, so this is one of the projects I thought about. Like I said, I'm going to present it to the group at the beginning of the new year, 2026. I think this would be a great opportunity to reach out to some kids that would like to get involved with this, and talk to a couple business owners, whether it be John and Nancy, maybe we could get them to get on board with this. And I would like to work with people that had to start from the bottom and work their way up to the top, like a John and Nancy, who
Correct.
started at the bottom.
Right.
Because Nancy was highway patrol,
Yes.
and when she got out of highway patrol, she went to McDonald's and worked her way up.
Right.
So now they're owners of McDonald's. You just don't get born into owning your own McDonald's. You're not born into. Not everybody.
Well, some
but
people
yeah, some
are.
people.
Some people are. Keep it real. Remember.
Yeah, some people are, but for the most part, in life, your average person is not just born into.
Well, and see, their story,
this.
that's what their story shows, is you can do this by just getting a part-time job at McDonald's, starting off, earning a couple extra dollars or whatever, to transforming it into an empire. I mean, it's a good story for the people who think that the average person can't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They started from nothing and created this. You know what I mean?
From one store to 26.
Correct. So it shows that the average person can do it. I mean, she was a highway patrolman, and you know what I mean? Like, she's a person.
Right. And we deal with
highway
them.
patrolmen are not multimillionaires to be able to create that kind of success.
And we deal with them all the time. We talk to John and Nancy all the time.
Right.
They're regular people. They don't act any different. They're normal, fun-loving people.
No, they're cool people. They're good people. I like them.
So I think this would be a great opportunity for the kids. Great opportunity for any business that wants to get involved with this. I mean, as vice president, this is something for you to think about over the holidays to present to the group.
Right.
So, but besides that, we've done a lot as an organization. We work with the seniors a lot. I'm passionate about the seniors. I love working with the seniors. Jennings Nursing Home,
Right.
the HUD section of Jennings. We've done a lot with them. Last year was our first year doing the senior Swedish Day dance.
Right. And that, like I said, that's one of my prouder moments of this group as well.
The seniors loved it.
It's so cool to see them just have a great time.
This year,
it is so cool to see. Just and to think like, hey, you took their average day and turned it into an awesome night. Like that's all it is. We just want them to get out and have a good time. With no worries. You don't have to worry about a bill or anything at the end of the night. Everything's paid for. Your dinner, your DJ, your beverages. It's and there's giveaways and stuff like that we do.
oh yeah, we had we had so many giveaways. Great clips.
Right.
They gave their gift basket.
Another fun part of of those activities is when just like the television show Let's Make a Deal.
Yes.
You're like, hey, has anybody got red lipstick? And she pulls out the red lipstick and you give her a lottery ticket. That's those fun games too. Those are fun. Those are little extras that we do just to make the night a little more enjoyable. Everybody likes winning something, so it makes everybody engaged and having a good time and focused on, just enjoying each other and getting to mingle with each other too, and maybe meet neighbors that they never knew existed in the city. And now, hey, they sparked up conversation. You can sit down another time, have some cup of coffee, like two regular people, just like I was saying earlier, just and become friends.
Right.
I like it. It's a fun time.
Correct. Well, this is about time. We're going to end this podcast. This is Kevin, our vice president. I'm James Feeney, the president of the organization. Doug's sitting back there. He didn't want to be on camera. He's our treasurer. If you want to get involved with Garfield Heights United, you can email us at ghu44125@gmail.com or look us up on Facebook under Garfield Heights United. That's Garfield HTS United on Facebook, or reach out to us at Garfield Heights United, ghu44125@gmail.com. I'm James Feeney. This is Kevin. I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.